Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and today we have another DougDoug video. This is Can Twitch Chat Beat Itself in a Video Game Tournament? Based off of how well Twitch Chat for DougDoug's videos actually works, probably. I just wonder which version of Twitch Chat's going to win, because there's probably going to be a bunch of different teams, right? This is a request, by the way, from a viewer from the last DougDoug episode, which was the Hearthstone one. So you can post down in the comments any other DougDoug videos you want me to get to sooner rather than later, because I will go through the entire catalog for the most part. We may not ever go to the fourth channel of DougDoug, which is DougDoug, the VODs or the VODs, because they're like 7 hours long and they're basically just the uncut versions of his videos. But we are going to check out his other channels. So, yeah. That's we got a lot of stuff coming up in the next month. Let's get into it.
Solve problems that no one has. Ever since I first learned English, I've wanted to know which is the best half of the alphabet.
Okay, so it's two teams, it looks like, so far. Best half of the alphabet, obviously the first half. Duh.
The first half of the alphabet is pretty awesome. They've got a lot of good vowels, but the second half is so cool. Like, look at Q. I've gone back and forth on this over the years, and I think at this point, the only way we can definitively know which half of the alphabet is better is obviously to have the first and second half of the alphabet.
Oh, we're basing it off of games. Okay, interesting.
That compete in a video game tournament. So today I wrote some Python code that will allow my Twitch chat viewers to compete against themselves in a series of video games. Now, I've done a few videos already where my Twitch chat plays a video game, and it usually goes something like this. Step 1, give them control of the game. Step 2, tell them not to die. Step 3... But this time,
Yeah, but they usually do die, but they also end up taking DougDoug with them. Which I consider is that a win.
are different because my Python code will actually split the viewers into two different teams. So if the first letter of someone's username starts in the first half of the alphabet, A through M, they will automatically be in team 1, the A crew. And if the first letter of their name starts with N through Z in the second half of the alphabet, they will automatically be in team 2, the Z crew. And so if anybody types a word into chat, they will be controlling the game for their specific player. And now that we have our two alphabet teams created and over 400 viewers per team, it was time to start the tournament. A crew and Z crew will compete in 5 different games. The first team to win 3 of these 5 video games will take the entire tournament and officially be the best half of the alphabet.
I guess I was gonna say the upside of these games is they're a lot easier to like control, just with left and right and whatnot. But that's not entirely true. Okay, this is gonna be very interesting.
So let's kick this off with Super Smash Bros. 64. Both teams are going to have 3 lives per game, and they will play 3 total games. Game number 1, putting you guys right in the center. Fox for team 2, DK for team 1. That's it. Okay, now pick a stage. You've picked it. Okay, we're now live. Good luck, everybody. First match. A crew is Donkey Kong. Z crew...
I am honestly surprised that they landed in the barrel and didn't just fucking blow themselves up.
Is Fox, who immediately jumped off the edge but then landed in the barrel and shot back up.
Shit.
All right, this is some high-octane Smash Bros. Gameplay right now. Again, left, right, up to jump, down to move down, right smash, left smash. Okay, a lot of up smashes, down smashes. Why is...
Good job, Donkey Kong.
DK gets knocked off. Fox's strategy of just sort of sitting in the middle seems to be pretty powerful. DK's kind of flirting with the edge here.
Uh-oh.
Oh, just barely missing. Charged punch.
Uh-oh.
Smash into Fox.
Never mind.
And DK jumps right off. Congratulations.
That's the problem. Like, if you're looking over at Twitch chat over on the side there, all they can really do is spam different buttons, right? Problem with that is what happens when you have 100 different people spamming buttons. We'll say 20 on each side, right? The best option is to just not move at all.
Congratulations to Z crew. Well done. A crew just sort of kills themselves 3 times. And Z crew takes game number 1. Game number 2. You guys are live in 2, 1. Link versus Kirby. Round number 2. Good luck, everybody.
I like how they got an extra
nice get-up attack.
Extra life.
This is an intense moment. Is Link gonna stand there? Oh, the juke! Oh, get fucked.
Okay. I wasn't actually expecting that to happen.
Z Crew. But in game 2, the tables turned. Now A Crew's all hot, smacking up Z Crew. Another strong victory from A Crew.
I mean, Kirby's great when you have full control of Kirby. But, because, you know, the ability to steal other people's powers, that crazy, stupid brick, and the ability basically to fly. But Link is definitely a better contender when your ability to move is like all over the board.
Oh!
That was actually a good hit.
Does Kirby move to the right? Oh. 3 up for A Crew. This is a best of 3. Currently, Z Crew is up by 1. The Z Crew is hovering on the edge.
Surprised. Oh, never mind.
And oh man,
like there's always that one asshole who just wants to kill everyone too. So you have to assume that Twitch chat's always going to have someone who's going to be like, you know what, fuck it, let's just end it and kill everyone.
In an intense climactic ending, Z Crew kills themselves. It's now 1-1. Whoever wins this next game will win Smash Bros. This is the tiebreaker. Fox from Z Crew, Mario back to Hyrule. This is it. Good luck, A Crew. Good luck, Z Crew. May the best half of the alphabet win. This is fucking intense. Look at the moves. Look at the speed. They're moving so fast, it almost looks like they're standing still. You are at a high enough percent that smash attacks are going to start to kill. Okay, right next to each other. Oh my.
Well, you actually,
A Crew with the fucking
Mario's got
taunt,
the
even though you're
lightsaber.
down a stock. Going for the mental game, I see.
Guy lightsaber. Sword. Perfect.
Just incredible. Through sheer mental fortitude and intimidation, A Crew has scared Z Crew off the edge. All right, 2 lives left.
No, they were fucking terrified of that fireball.
Now, interestingly, we started to see very clear personalities for these 2 teams. The A Crew started to make all of these flashy plays, like over and over, going for combos and items and taunting as Mario right in front of Z Crew. Z Crew, do not jump off the edge. Okay, you're back in. And now, oh, the A Crew taunt. Oh!
Oh, they got him.
Oh, you taunted right in his stupid face. He kicks you off the top of the screen. But despite all of the A Crew's flashy showmanship, the second half of the alphabet was playing cold and calculated. Z Crew never taunts. They never go for flashy plays. It's just strong.
Yeah, I mean, like, so a lot of people are like, oh, no, we can definitely do this ability right here. Yeah, I know this extra special ability. It's perfect. The problem is, if you can't move, you're fucked.
Execution. Last life.
Wow.
Okay, nice up smash from A Crew. All right, Z Crew currently at higher percent. Mario, that green thing is such.
Oh,
is that it?
Shit.
Mario grabs the edge. And Mario's back up. 1 smash out of the way. And a dash in. Still the green thing. Oh,
Mario's
shit.
fucked.
Z Crew biding their time until finally they dash in, left smash, and fucking crush A Crew. Well done. Z Crew takes the Smash Bros block. Well done. Z Crew clutches the last round and wins Smash Bros. Now we're on to game 2, Mario Kart 64. Ooh. Both teams will play, and they have to complete a single lap. Whoever crosses the finish line first wins it all. Now, I was going to obviously have them play the first level, Luigi Raceway, but then somebody from the A Crew demanded Rainbow Road instead, the flashiest level in the game.
Also the fucking longest. Oh, no. All right.
Do Rainbow Road, you coward.
If you guys really want Rainbow Road, we can do Rainbow Road. It's going to be a fucking disaster. I'm trying to help here. Typical ballsy request from A Crew, but fine. This is what you want?
Oh, no.
Here we go. Good luck, everybody. Rainbow fucking Road. So again, you have drive.
Well, all right.
Gotta hand it to A Crew. Can't believe you did the starting thing.
I honestly thought that was impossible to get accurate with what the fuck they were doing on that pull.
Now, I'm noticing a lot of you guys are turning right and left right now when there's not a lot of reason to do that. There's no way we're going to finish a lap. I actually think that if you guys don't do anything other than drive, you would do better than what you're currently doing.
Yeah.
A Crew, you are going the wrong direction. Z Crew, what are you doing?
There's always
you're
that
just
one
sitting there.
troll.
I continue to be shocked at how close this is. This is like an incredibly close race, despite just the most god-awful Mario Kart gameplay I've ever seen. Now, the entire first half of this level, the 2 teams were basically tied, with Z Crew moving slowly and A Crew spinning around wildly. But about 2/3 of the way in, Z Crew hit this wall, and instead of turning left towards the finish line, they turned right, making a critical mistake down the path. Luigi, 1 mushroom left, starting to straighten out. about a fifth of the level, but you are going the wrong direction. That is going to be a killer if you don't.
Yeah, I mean, they got fucked at the end there. Look at the chat. Go fucking left. I mean, you can still go right, but you all have to go right then.
Turn around right now, especially if you use your mushroom while going the wrong direction. And it's pretty obvious by now that these two teams are just Guy Fieri and Gordon Ramsay. In their early career, Guy and Gordon were basically even, just like A Crew and Z Crew. They both owned lots of restaurants and started appearing on TV, but suddenly, Guy Fieri's ridiculous showmanship and ballsy plays catapulted him to international success with his show Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a bunch of those diners, drive-ins, and dives are out of business now. Same with a bunch of the, Kitchen Nightmare stuff. They're basically both the same level. Although internationally, I'm pretty sure Gordon Ramsay's still better off.
And just like Guy Fieri, A Crew's flashy gameplay suddenly paid off in a major way, leaving poor Z Crew in the dust. That's the finish line. A Crew's almost there, looking at the finish line with just a little bit more.
A Crew's gonna jump
Z Crew's
off
catching
the
up with the star. Z Crew's catching up with the star. Z Crew's catching up, but it doesn't matter.
Wow.
A Crew takes the first lap, and that is point for A Crew. A Crew crushed the Mario Kart victory, and now the score is 1-1.
Okay, so I thought it was gonna be 3 different levels. They should have made it 3 different levels. Now, to be fair, this is a cut video. The original Mario Kart could have well been over 2 hours.
The next game is Super Mario Bros. All right, we're now into round 3. It's tie game. We're going to be playing some motherfucking Mario Bros. Both teams will take turns playing Mario and then try to make it as far as possible in the level. They're each going to get 5 lives, 5 chances, and A Crew is up first. Here we go. Good luck, A Crew. Oh, I should probably show you guys the game. Oops.
Nah. It probably doesn't matter. Wow. I'm actually surprisingly survived.
Apparently, you guys not seeing the game actually
makes it better.
Actually makes you perform better. I gotta say, this is going quite well. A Crew. Again, Z Crew, you're not doing anything right now. You're standing back. It's just A Crew trying to get as far as possible with 1 continue.
Uh-oh.
Okay, lost the Goomba. If you get past this, though, that would be huge. Are you gonna jump?
Oh my god.
Wow, that was amazing.
That was actually pretty fucking good.
Okay.
Oh,
Ooh, that was rough. I'm gonna be honest, Z Crew. I think you're fucked. A Crew kicked serious ass on their very first life, and now Z Crew's turn. Okay, so the second Goombas, that's the current record. Z Crew, you are now live. You are controlling Luigi, and A Crew, you cannot do anything right now, so you don't need to spam commands
Z Crew right now.
I mean, maybe Z Crew is gonna fuck shit up. Here we go. First Goomba. Oh, okay.
That's what I was expecting.
All right, A Crew. All right, A Crew. A Crew.
A Crew's
what
just
the fuck?
killing
A Crew's
it.
like good at this game and gets the mushroom again. I feel like this is. I assumed the first run was a fluke. A Crew was absolutely dominating this game, making it farther and farther into the level. And meanwhile, in their first 4 out of 5 lives, Z Crew literally couldn't even clear the first Goomba. Okay.
Okay, let's see
finally,
what their 5th one is.
A Crew was done, and Z Crew was on their very last.
I swear to God, they better not win this one. There's no way.
Life. Currently, A Crew has gone in about a third of the level. Z Crew has yet to clear the first Goomba. They have a 5th life. They have to do it right now. Good luck. This is your last chance, Z Crew.
I don't believe it.
1 Goomba stands between you and victory.
Perfect.
Okay, nope. A Crew takes it home. Congratulations.
I was like, bullshit. Nope. Z Crew's really good at left and right for the most part, but I don't know about jumping.
Fucking Lations 8. That was a strong victory. Guy Fieri didn't just win Mario Bros. He humiliated Gordon Ramsay and is up 2 games to 1. But next up is Tetris. I am loading up the scripts.
I don't know. Z Crew's got left and right pretty much down on luck. Knowing A Crew, they're just going to slam stuff into the ground and die.
A Crew, you are on the left side. Z Crew, you're on the right. Tetris begins now. Even in Tetris, A Crew continued to dominate. Instead of doing Z Crew's safe strategy of moving all the blocks to the very left or right, which is pretty easy to do, A Crew tried to keep a flat buildup across the middle, even though it's way harder because there's 500 people playing, because that's what Guy Fieri would have done. Two very different strategies.
Oh,
Z Crew,
no.
Oh, that was such a missed opportunity. That was
Z
real
Crew
bad.
might get
They're
fucked.
trying to stall, but they can't do it. A Crew takes game number 1. A Crew did lose game 2 when one of their flashy moves went badly, but they continued to dominate Z Crew in games 3 and 4. It would take a real miracle for Z Crew to win this one, especially if A Crew. Okay,
come
now they
on,
move it.
Z
They move
Crew.
it.
Oh, you're fucking Z Crew.
And ladies and gentlemen, A Crew has won Tetris. In a display of wild showmanship, A Crew had.
Yep, A Crew kills it. See, everyone in the first half of the alphabet is just better. Kind of bullshit logic is that?
won Mario Kart, Mario Bros, and Tetris, winning 3 of the 5 games, and thus proving that the first half of the alphabet is the best half of the alphabet. Congratulations.
Fucking do it.
But even though A Crew had technically won the overall tournament at this point, we decided to play Grand Theft Auto 5 anyways, just for fun.
Why not, right?
That is, until A Crew did something crazy. They asked to do all or nothing.
I'm not sure how the rest of that crew feels, but I'm fine with this being all or nothing.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah, we could vote on an all or nothing here. How about double or nothing? Let's do a quick poll. Double or nothing. 1 is yes, 2 is no. I took
Okay,
a
at
poll
least
with
you
the
did a
viewers,
poll.
and the consensus was clear. A Crew wanted
Wow.
double or nothing. I'm so proud of you all. Putting it all on the line for absolutely no reason is...
No, they're like, we want to fucking crush Z Crew into the ground. Fuck the other half of the alphabet. It's going to backfire, but...
what this stream is all about. This was a Guy Fieri-ass move from A Crew. I mean, Guy Fieri's the type of guy to go on Hot Ones, crush the hottest wings in the world, and then say,
Oh, so this is a real thing. I didn't think this was actually real. A lot of people actually told me this was like actually a real like podcast or YouTube thing or whatever from the Wizards with Guns one that we watched, but I didn't bother to look it up after. So I
Wait,
guess
for
it
the
was
record,
real.
No water, no milk. Whoa!
Meanwhile, Gordon Ramsay's on there fucking sobbing and chugging Pepto-Bismol. I mean, goddamn, A Crew, when did you become so cool? So for this final all-or-nothing match, the teams will play Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm gonna put each team into a car. I'm gonna add a whole bunch of really angry police, and they have to run from the cops and survive for as long as possible. The
Okay.
first team to win 3 rounds wins everything. Round number 1,
I mean, airport's a good place to do it.
run from the cops at the airfield. So I put A
That's a
Crew
great
in a
place to
fancy
start.
yellow sports car and let them drive. A Crew is up first. Once they are dead, the time will stop, and then Z Crew, that's your time to beat. You guys are live in 5 seconds. Time is live.
Okay, well, it's 3-star cops, so they have a chance here.
Okay, I'm liking this rear view camera right now. Continuing to evade the police. I'm very impressed. This is a strong start. Going in towards the airport entrance, the police are trying to block you off.
Wow.
What's the strategy here? What's the
I
strategy
swear to
here?
God, if they
What's the
actually make it
Oh, you're
through.
escaping! You got away! As expected, A Crew went for the glory play. They spiraled around the middle of the airfield, taunting the cops right in their stupid faces. You devious sons of bitches. They're doing donuts, crashing through fences, crashing into walls. If there was anything bold and crazy they could do on this airfield,
I kind of wish that the tank had just exploded. That would have been pretty funny.
A Crew did it. Okay, I think you're gonna die. I'm not rooting for either crew.
Oh, there we
Okay,
go.
time. And it took
6
over
minutes.
6 minutes
That's
before the police
actually
finally
surprised.
managed to bring Guy Fieri down. Now Z Crew was up, and they had been beaten down and battered for 3 games now, but something had changed. All of those
No.
years of Gordon Ramsay's precise cooking were starting to pay off. He was starting to become a seriously big celebrity, becoming even bigger than Guy Fieri.
Wait, wasn't he always bigger? I swear, Gordon Ramsay's been around for way longer than Guy.
Because people were realizing just how smart Gordon Ramsay can cook, and also realizing that Guy Fieri's food is pretty shitty. Like, his restaurants are flashy, but they have terrible.
Yeah, I fucking hate some of his restaurants in the area where I am from. And I'm not even talking about like the ones that there was one that was actually local that it was like a barbecue place. It shut down. because as soon as he went and reviewed the place, they jumped their prices up by 75%. I'm like, who's gonna spend $22.50 on a bowl of French fries? Guess what? Not enough fucking people.
Terrible reviews. Z Crew, you're up. 2, 1, you're live. So
To be fair, the Hell's Kitchen restaurants, they're in like a lot of casinos and stuff. Those things actually do have terrible reviews. But like his actual restaurants, like the good ones, have really good reviews versus Guy's.
So Z Crew
Guys
got
is a
into
great-
their
he has a
car,
great
drove around a
personality.
little bit, and then did something crazy. They ran into a wall. Oh no! Z Crew, this could be bad. I'm gonna be honest. This is not a good position to be in.
Oh, this is shotgun.
What is he doing? What is he holding? It's a pool cue. Maybe Z.
Are they gonna soft lock it? That'd be so funny.
Z Crew glitched out the cops. I don't know. Somehow Z Crew ran into this staircase thing and glitched out the police so that none of them would attack. What is going on? They have guns. What do we do? And so for the next 6 minutes, the Z Crew got to just sit there with the police not doing anything and run up the clock with the A Crew screaming and complaining the whole time. The mod does not have it set to cop weapons. I did not do this, and that means that Z Crew has won the first round. I don't know what caused.
Okay, see, this is A Crew just shooting themselves in the foot. This also feels like GTA 5 though.
it, but Z Crew ran into a wall and glitched out the police. That's the way it worked out. It was unorthodox. It wasn't flashy. Nobody respected it. But with one carefully planned, precise move, Z Crew won round 1. For round number 2, both teams will start on this Ferris wheel pier and try to escape the cops in a monster truck.
Okay, how long till they just drive off into the ocean and die?
First up was the A Crew. You guys are going to be live in 6 seconds.
Turn around and leave.
Time's on.
They gotta do it.
Once again, Z Crew, you are not in control right now. This is just A Crew. You can sit and watch. In a cheeky move, A Crew drove off the pier, across the beach, and jammed themselves into this ravine thing. Police are definitely shooting now. We fixed that problem. Or going into the water. I guess maybe you can stall? This ravine made it really difficult for the cops to actually find the A Crew. And it took over 3 minutes for the cops to finally track them down and kill Guy Fieri. Now,
I mean, that was kind of lucky, but it probably would have still been better if they would have been able to get out of that ravine.
now was the Z Crew. Z Crew, redemption time. Live. 5-star police. 3 minutes 18 to beat. They jumped off the pier, but in another calculated move, stuck themselves along that wall at these extremely awkward angles for the cops to shoot at. And they just had to beat 3 minutes and 18 seconds. Oh no, they might be stuck. They might be stuck. They might be stuck. This could be bad.
They might be. Well, 3 minutes 18 seconds.
They're stuck. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Cops are getting out of the cars. They're starting to shoot. This could go either way.
You're fucked.
3, 2, 1. Z Crew just fucking beat A.
How? How did that happen? Bullshit. Fuck you, Z Crew.
What?
I blame A Crew
You had
for
one shot
gambling
left,
too far, though.
and you fucking did it. Z Crew takes round 2. By jamming their monster truck against a wall, Z Crew had taken round number 2. And now, potentially the final round, airplanes. I'm going to put both teams into an airplane, and whoever can survive longer wins. A Crew, you're going to be up first. Flying an airplane.
I can't remember if you could stall in this game. The problem is I've watched a lot of people play this game, but I never bought this game. I actually have it and own it on my Xbox. It was part of Ultimate for a while, I think. And it was free to a degree. But I never bothered to play it.
Airplane is certainly not the time to make flashy plays. But you tried telling that to the A Crew. You guys are live in 6 seconds. Good luck. Timer starting.
I'm like, maybe it would just been better if they just didn't fly, right?
You're in the air. There's no going back now. There's no going back now.
Python code
Okay.
Okay.
Straightened out. Straightened out. dare I say it, A-Crew might be pulling the best GTA fire of their lives.
Wait, what?
Narrowly avoiding the ground, but now not narrowly avoiding the ground. 20 seconds.
God damn it. Well, congratulations, A-Crew. You basically fucked yourself over.
This is up
And
first.
41 milliseconds. 20 seconds to beat. And now, if Z-Crew can just survive longer than 20 seconds, they will win the GTA block and win the entire Twitch chat tournament. With everything on the line, would Z-Crew stick with a safe...
Like, they should make it to where they don't win the tournament. They just make it to where they even out the scores and then have a final
strategy,
game. That
or
would
is
be
this
perfect.
finally the time to make a bold, crazy play? They could take it all right here, right now. You're going to be live in 6 seconds. You have to be 20 seconds. Live. If you last longer than 20 seconds,
They're gonna smash this ground
do
right
win.
now.
By barely even leaving the ground, Z-Crew made the safest possible
I don't know. They have to fly, I think. I think it's gotta be 20 seconds in the air.
play. Just don't fly at all. Z-Crew, by driving and not even looking up, have just secured a victory. Some might call it cowardly, and A-Crew
That
was
was
fucking
bullshit.
pissed. But Gordon Ramsay was back on top, and the Z-Crew had won the Twitch chat tournament. Well done. It was officially over, but then Z-Crew did something
Double or nothing.
crazy. Quadruple or nothing?
Yeah, there we go.
Wait, are you saying what I think you're saying? You're saying that we should do a poll right now, and then
Well, at least Twitch chat for DougDoug is consistent. They're consistently insane. I just want to drag it out as long as possible, really. Yeah, I've still got 3 hours left of my day.
that poll is whether or not Z-Crew is willing to quadruple their win, and then it all comes down to one more match. That's right. Z-Crew wanted to quadruple or nothing. One last match. Well, if you insist, it all comes down to this. And you might think this is stupid, but technically
Yes.
both teams had now won exactly 6 rounds of games. So
Okay, I do feel better that they're finally doing a 1-on-1. That's what it should have been. It should have been even all the way.
this quadruple or nothing is legitimately the tiebreaker to determine
All right.
the ultimate
All right,
winner.
fine.
Zed Crew, do we take the win, or do we fucking put it all on the table and show A Crew that it's not a fluke and that you did deserve the win by quadruple or nothing, even though that doesn't make sense because double or nothing would mean it's currently nothing, but we're quadrupling the
first
nothing.
two GTAs
This
were absolute
final
flukes.
match will be again in an airplane, but this time I removed the brake command. Now the teams can only move forward. No more reverse, no more stop, no brake. All
Good.
forward. And now, let's
Good.
finally learn which is the best half of the alphabet.
They're-
First up is A Crew. A Crew are live
You should force Zeker to go first.
in 6 seconds. Good luck. You're driving. No going back now. You're off in the air. You do not want to look down now.
No. What is wrong with people?
A Crew.
You know what? I wonder if a lot of the people who are playing are use inverted. Because looking down means go up in a lot of ways, but look at all the people on the left saying look down, look down, look down.
A Crew lasts 8.72
The only
seconds.
thing that makes sense is
really
it would
putting
be
it all on the
inverted.
fucking table. In a fit of wild emotion, A Crew immediately crashed their airplane. Their flashy plays had utterly failed, and Z Crew just needed to live for a measly 8 seconds to win. Z Crew, this is for a quadruple or nothing win. 3 hours of Twitch chat battles. It comes down.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that makes sense is a bunch of people thought they were playing inverted. Because A-Crew's dumb as shit then. Now, maybe it's because I also play inverted. I'd be like, look down to go up. That just pisses people off.
To this. You're live in 6 seconds.
Perfect.
Oh! They lost! They died in 5 seconds! And that means that A Crew, after giving up the win with a double or nothing, and Z Crew taking the double or nothing but throwing it down for a quadruple or nothing, loses it all, and A Crew wins today's Twitch chat showdown. Congratulations to the A Crew. Well done. And I can safely say that every single person in this chat focused on winning with honor and for the most
Yeah, that's bullshit. Okay, so either both sides have inverted people in it, or there are a ton of people just trolling the shit out of each other. Also most likely true.
dramatic story instead of doing anything that was logical or reasonable or made any goddamn sense. Despite being handed a free win, Z Crew lost it all with the worst performance we'd seen all day. So,
all right, here's the best part. This video has like 6 million views. And this is just the small video. He basically was able to monetize this 3 times, plus on Twitch. I'm pretty sure this video alone has made over $80,000, which is fantastic. Let's see here. We'll be a little more conservative on that. It's probably at least 50 grand though. Even if we're being ultra conservative, $25,000 to watch his own chat cannibalize themselves. I fucking love it.
ladies and gentlemen, I am happy to announce that the first half of the alphabet is the best half of the alphabet. Congrats.
Now, to be fair, though, the reason that this has so many views and whatnot is because there's not a lot of Twitch streamers that will actually program this stuff manually for their own chats, whereas DougDoug has the skill to do so. But, you know, a few do, but for the most part, he's also super fucking entertaining. So there is that. So it's not like he just doesn't deserve this or whatever. I just think it's pretty funny.
Congratulations. But even though it was over, Z Crew was pretty upset. A lot of them hadn't even wanted the quadruple or nothing in the first place. And A Crew still thought that glitching out the cops was cheating, and I had removed Z Crew's safe airplane strategy. That wasn't fair.
Suck it, Z team. A.
And A Crew was taunting them, and Z Crew was angry, and A Crew was angry until finally someone spoke up in the chat. Amidst all the anger and confusion from how badly I organized this tournament, a single person spoke up and said,
"Can we do the final one all together?"
Aww.
And soon, all of the viewers were saying it.
"Can't we just work together? Now it is time for all of us to join together as Team Alphabet."
Team Alphabet.
Unity.
All across the chat, they started asking for the...
It's going to be even less time. It's going to be 3 seconds, isn't it?
2 rival teams to unite, to set aside their differences, to come together for one last flight as Team Alphabet. And so on that fateful day, I changed the Twitch chat code.
I'm glad it switched over to orange, the perfect DougDoug color. Although, yeah, I'm just going to continue.
Moved the team's barriers. Now, everyone was playing. If true, everybody gets to play now.
A Crew and Z Crew join forces for the good of humanity.
And I put Team Alphabet into an airplane at the top of the mountain. So far, they had only flown 20 seconds tops, so I offered to gift 10 subs on Twitch, 50 of my own dollars, if they could survive for 60 seconds together. And if you survive for a minute, I'll give 10 subs.
We will...
Yeah, I like Sushi Magician over there. 5 subs for every 30 seconds. It's going to be like 14 seconds, isn't it?
Come together in unison, forgot our differences, forget the tension, fly off into the sunset like brothers.
Pink and yellow combined at last. Team Alphabet. Make it sunset. Hold on. Oh, it's beautiful.
All right,
the scripts are going
ground,
live.
aren't they?
You guys are live in 6 seconds. Now it's time to play the best GTA 5 of your lives. Go, chat.
Oh, it's going to be so bad. Oh,
Alphabet Crew.
there we go. There we go.
And immediately...
Holy shit.
Alphabet Crew.
How'd they pull that off? No way.
I would sing it as
The swoop.
we already know this song in our hearts.
It was beautiful.
Let's play the best GTA of our lives.
It's just incredible. I'd say that a single tear is streaming down my face, but it wouldn't be true. I'm sobbing because this is the most beautiful crew I've seen all day long. Oh, Into the Sunset. That's 30
Hey, they made 30 seconds in. I'm actually surprised as hell.
seconds. That's 5 gifted subs. Team Alphabet made a play that day that was flashy and precise. They spun around in the air and then dove straight for the lake, the one place that would keep them safe, and then waited out the timer.
Deaf guy from the
You know, we tried to do that, and it never worked.
How'd you not? Don't you just die and drown?
And then when we bring the A crew and Z crew together, it happens. Is that a minute? Is that a minute? Oh my God, you beat a minute.
Okay, there we go. Oh, they got so lucky. I was like, how'd you not die?
All right, 10 gifted subs. Wow. Oh, it's an honor to have watched the best goddamn GTA of my life. And then, without me doing anything, Team Alphabet had taken off into the air and flown towards the ocean. And now you're flying off into the sunset? Maybe the Alphabet wasn't meant to be divided. It was destiny.
A crew styled and Z crew kept us alive.
Nope, you need to divide it into 3 next time.
Harmony.
Maybe Guy Fieri and Gordon Ramsay both bring something important to the
Yeah, they're both terrible. No.
world. God, I haven't done a thing. You flew right into the sun.
Power of
like
teamwork.
some sort of beautiful painting. Maybe the alphabet is strongest when the letters are together. The power of the alphabet. Are you gonna die
See,
here?
guys, at the end of the day when we work
No, you're
together,
not.
we can
I
do
thought they were
amazing
totally
Back into the
drown.
sunset. And now back in. I think you're gonna drown.
Yeah, right? No?
You're just jumping through the ocean like a dolphin. It's beautiful. And that's the story of how A crew and Z crew. How are you doing this? Is
I was like, this is like the best I've ever seen.
this planned? Became Team Alphabet. Gordon Fieri.
Team Dolphin.
Together at last. Together forever.
Team Iron Chef.
The legends say that Team Alphabet is still flying through the ocean to this day, chasing
Jeez.
the sun in perfect harmony, together forever.
Okay.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
That'd be the most terrifying thing ever. All right, that was a good request. Go ahead and put down any other requested videos. It can be from any of DougDoug's channels, by the way, or any other Let's Play. For instance, I believe we're going to be adding Let's Game It Out again, which I want to add today, I think. I did promise a couple of DougDoug videos today, though, so I might be stuck with that. And we do have another Neuro video, and then I did promise to do the ARG Neuro video. So we'll probably be doing that one as well. Oh, and we also have another Magic the Noah today, so we'll check that out as well. All right, have a good day, everyone.